Hi, have a good day for everyone. Today I'm going to discuss with you 2019 May paper. This is Unit 2 paper. So first of all, I'll discuss with you all MCQs. Right. We'll go to the first MCQ. The first MCQ says calcium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid. The equation is given and the state of symbols also given. Right. We'll see which factor does not affect the rate of the reaction. So which factor does not affect the rate of the reaction is highlighted. So first one, concentration, yes, aqueous HCl is there, definitely concentration will be affected. Pressure is there, but we have no reactant in gas state, so pressure would be an answer. We'll see. Surface area, yeah, calcium carbonate is solid is given, so surface area definitely will affect it. And the temperature, so normally that's also affected the rate of the reaction. So the first one answer we have to take as B. Right. When you move to the next question, second question, the rate of the reaction doubles for each 10K increases in temperature. If the temperature of this reaction is increased from 298 Kelvin to 358 Kelvin, the rate of the reaction increased by a factor of, right. They say the rate of a reaction doubles for each 10Ks. Right. First of all, we'll find out how many kelvins we have. 258 to 358. So which is we get, when you subtract it, 358 and 298, we get 60K. Right. So they say each 10K the rate is double. So we'll say how many doubles we have here, like 10K doubles. We get the rate, suppose suppose the rate is R as the initially. It is R at the initially. That become 2R for 10K. That become 4R for another 10K. That becomes 16R, because always is getting doubles. Sorry, it becomes then 8R is double. Sorry, that be another 10K. It becomes 16R for the another 10K. That goes to 32R for the another 10K. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 64R. So like that way, for 6 times of 10 kelvins, that means for the 60 Ks, the rate will be 64R. Right. Hope you understood. So answer will be D here. We'll move to the third question. Yeah, the third question is about a large amount of P is added to a small amount of Q. A reversible reaction occurs in which P reacts to form Q. Right, reaction is given, all fine, so easy. Which graph shows the how concentration of P and Q changes as the reaction reaches equilibrium? Yeah, you know, equilibrium reactions, concentration time graphs, the shape always has to be either A or either P is the reactant, Q is the product, so definitely product concentration increases. Answer would be either, like, suppose either A or C, but that cannot be D type, because concentration and P after equilibrium reach, it would be like that way. Here answer definitely we can get A and C, but here they say which graph shows the concentration of P and Q changes as the reaction reaches the equilibrium. So when it reaches the equilibrium, P and Q concentration has to be constant, but the C1 says something like Q is ultimately is infinitely it's forming, so this has to be wrong. So answer only we can get A here. So that's a normal shape of equilibrium graph, concentration graph for the equilibrium reaction, you know that. So answer will be A here. We'll move to the fourth question. Yeah, fourth question is again about the equilibrium. Which equilibrium shifts to the right hand side when the pressure in the system decreases at constant temperature? Right, temperature is constant here. They say which equilibrium shifts to the right hand side when the pressure in the system decreases, right? We know when the pressure, before we get the idea how pressure affect to the equilibrium system, we count number of molecules in both sides. We'll count it. The first reaction, 1 nitrogen, 3 hydrogen, therefore 4 in the reactant side, that 4 becomes 2. Second reaction, you can see both sides same number of molecules, so second cannot be an answer. Third one, 1, 3, 4 and 4 become 1. And the third one, 2 become 2 plus 1 is 3. So you can see A answer and C answer both are like same thing, right? When it shift to right or left, the same thing would happen. But the D answer exactly is different from the among. So answer has to be D here. Without knowing the theory even, you can get the answer. If you think about the theory, if you really want to think about the theory, I can tell you here, the pressure in the system decreases. To system pressure decreases, you have to increase the pressure. So to decrease the pressure, definitely the system decrease, you are decreasing the pressure, so equilibrium tries to increase it. To increase it, number of molecule has to be increased. So equilibrium will shift to the higher number of molecule side. That means the right hand side, you can get the answer as D here, because 2 become 4 mean it number of molecules increases when you move to the right hand side. Okay, this is not the equilibrium thing, it's like a general knowledge, you can get the answer, right? Fifth one, potassium chloride reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid, producing misty fume. It can be deduced that, right? You know this whole reaction in group number 7, you need to Cl minus react with concentrated sulfuric acid. We get only one product. It is HCl. It's a misty fume. That's not the redox reaction. It's just normal reaction. By the way, with Br minus has the more reducing power than Cl minus, so therefore Br minus will produce HBr first, then the Br2, then the SO2. How this SO2 comes? From SO4 minus, SO4 minus. When you have I minus, you will get Hi, I2, and SO2, sulfur, and H2S. These all products you will get for the I minus, because I minus is the powerful reducing agent. Here they say, the question says, when potassium chloride react with concentrated sulfuric acid. Yeah. So guys, the first one says sulfuric acid and oxidizing agent. No, nothing here. Nitroxidizing agent, no. Just HCl form. Here just HCl form in the reaction. Answer has to get as C. Sixth one, SO4 2 minus they are saying. So this all like parallelly, previous question and this question is linked together. SO4 2 minus, how we find the oxidation number of sulfur? This is so easy, you know how to find it. Just take sulfur as X plus oxygen is 2 minus always, not always, there are exception, but here 2 minus. 2 minus into 4 times, that whole has to be equal to minus 2. When you simplify this grade 6 mathematics, you will get the answer as plus 6, right? So answer will be C. So question number 6 is over, answer is C. Question number 7, which of these is a disproportionation reaction? You know, disproportionation reaction mean one reactant simultaneously oxidize and reduce. So definitely guys, the first reaction you can see, the first reaction is just neutralization reaction. You can't neglect it, you can omit it. And the D reaction also somewhat like parallel. You can see just sodium hydroxide and carbon dioxide reacts to get sodium hydrogen carbonate. That's also we can define as a normal reaction, like acid base reaction, exactly, yeah. But here when you go to the question number B, just apparently you can see sodium hydroxide, nothing has happened, but B1, the Br2 once is getting NaBr and NaBrO3. This is two forms of bromine has formed. Definitely answer we have to get at B, nothing else. Even you move to C also same thing happen. See, also same thing happen, like it just redox reaction. C is just a redox reaction, but B is a disproportionation reaction, because in the C1 you can see there are two things is oxidize and reduce. Okay, don't need to waste time for MCQs. I have advised you we need to do this MCQ 10 minutes, not the 20 minutes is given though here, right? Which of these sulfates is least soluble in water? You remember, when you go down group number 2, group number all sulfates are soluble in water. When you go down group number 2, solubility of sulfate decreases, because barium sulfate is very famous, is a white precipitate. So which one is the least soluble in water? As answer we are taking as B, right? Is super insoluble one. Yeah, right. When you go to question number 9, yeah, this very famous question. You need to remember when you're doing MCQs in SS low enthalpy energetics lesson, always remember this equation. Delta HR, the reaction enthalpy change, equal, or formation is given, you can apply this equation. Formation of products minus delta H formation of reactants. Yeah, when you apply this equation to this given question, this equation in here, the above equation is a reaction. It is given for you the value, and the second reaction says for you a formation of CF4, right? Yeah. So I have CF4 as the product, I have CH4 as the product. You might ask why hydrogen and fluorine you didn't get, because hydrogen and fluorine are elements, their formations are 0. So very simply you can find out the answer here now. Minus 858 equal, the reaction enthalpy equal, the product is CF4, that is given here, minus 933, minus the reactant is CH4, that's the thing we need to find, delta H. So when you simplify it, you can see you are getting a minus answer. The answer will be, yeah, you are getting a minus answer. Answer will be B, right? Right, so easy, right? Yeah, question number 10. Yeah, question number 10 is so easy question again. This from O level we've been doing these questions. When you look at this equation, if you are really hard to find the enthalpy change here, just draw the full display formula, then you can understand. I'll write for you full display formula of the reactant and the products, then that's easy for you to understand. I'm so lazy to write hydrogens here, I just skip them. Yeah, this thing happen. You can see what bond breaks. We break Cl2 bond, and as well as one of the carbon hydrogen bond I break. So what are the bonds I break? 243 and 413. So these are the totally I am breaking bonds. So other bonds you break, but again they reform, right? No need to think about them again. So these are the bonds breaks. These are the bonds broken. So now you can see what are the bonds make. Carbon chlorine bond make here, that is 346 plus, and HCl bond make. HCl bond is given here, I can't see now. It's all gone. Yeah. So here we get, I'm really sorry guys, we get here chlorine bonds 246, 43. We break carbon hydrogen also 6, 5, 6. So these are breaking bonds. The making bonds, we need to think about carbon chlorine bond 346, and we make HCl2 432. So answer will be 8778. So you make it is minus, get the difference, like you can see minus 1 is greater, So answer will be minus, so you can get the answer as P here. That's all, very simple. This will be B because it cannot be A, like bigger value. Right, we'll go to the question number 11. Which equation represents the standard enthalpy change of atomization of bromine? Yeah, the definition, atomization, always, you know guys, we have to thorough with the definitions. Atomization of bromine mean you are going to make 1 mole of bromine atoms, gaseous state. So answer has to be either C or D then. But we have to start with their standard state. So answer will be C because Br2 is a liquid. So easy. Right, question number 12. In an experiment, 50 cubic centimeter of 1 mole per cubic decimeter HCl aqueous reacts with 50 cubic centimeter of 1 mole of sodium hydroxide. This was CO. So easy guys, because same number of moles are given. No need to worry about the number of moles calculation here. The energy release is that. They ask what is the temperature change occurs in this reaction. So easy. These are like grade 2 mathematics. You know the equation Q equal MC delta T, and the Q is 2500 joules. Let's divide by the mass here, 50 and 50, the total is 100, and the C given 4.18. right, so here they are asking delta T, I just subject delta T here. 100 cancel out, right, when you divide 25 over 4.18, answer would be around 6. So you can get the answer as 6, and you know here sodium hydroxide and HCl, when you mix it's exothermic reaction. By the way, Q you found that the answer comes as plus, mean the delta T has to be plus guys. When you learn in theory you understood that, right? So delta T plus mean temperature is rise, so answer has to be plus. Q is plus 2500 is given, so delta E mean temperature rises, so an increase of 6 degrees. Its answer will be A. So easy, right? We'll go to the next one, question number 13. Which of these species is not an nucleophile? So now definition of nucleophile always says a species have a lone pair which can accept H plus ions. So that means the nucleophile can be a negative charge one as well as neutral one, but it carries a lone pair. So you can see D1 is amine, it has a lone pair, it has to be a nucleophile. CH2O, definitely it is a nucleophile, and the Cn minus is a nucleophile, but ammonium plus have no spaces to accept H plus ions. So answer will be A, that is not a nucleophile. Right guys, how we define nucleophiles? It's donate lone pairs. I just told you here accepting H plus ions is something not related to the definition of nucleophile. Nucleophile means it has a lone pair which can donate. You remember that way. And the electrophiles, they like electrons, they accept electron pairs. Nucleophiles donate electron pairs. Electrophiles are accepting electron pairs. Okay, right. I hope you understood, right? Question number 14 is very important question here. Which of these isomers have the highest boiling point? You remember when you get these isomers, so easy now. Isomers mean we need to worry about the shape of the molecule, the size of the molecule. The size of the molecule mean for the this kind of skeletal formula given, we need to worry about the number of points of contacts. In the sense, if it is a unbranched one, when you pack them together, you can see number of points of contacts. So unbranched one has the highest number of points of contacts. When these gets branches, you have the least number of points of contacts. With the higher branch one has the least number of points of contacts. Remember, higher number of points of contacts directly proportional. The number of point of contacts I can say is directly proportional to the strength of the London forces. So more points of contacts mean unbranched one has the more points of contacts. That means it has the strongest London forces. So answer has to be there A. You can see A is a straight chain one. Don't get confused with that. It's just showing it like bending and this thing all. Still it is a 1 chain and the straight chain. Other all have branches, you can see. So branches mean they have lower, the highest one, answer will be A. So easy, guys. Right, we'll move to question number 15. Okay, a white solid X gives a red color in the flame test, and a cream precipitate forms when acidified silver nitrate solution is added to solution of X. So definitely we get the cream precipitate mean there will be Br minus. But the red color thing, we have no idea which one would be the red color. Like it can be lithium, it can be a strontium, we have no idea, we'll see. But the given question answers it has to be bromide, so answer will be either C or D. So barium is apple green, you know, so answer will be C then, because that's only gives you strontium bromide. Strontium is red color, barium is apple green, so answer will be C then. What causes the flame color to be red? You remember flame colors gives when the gaseous state of ions, in the gaseous state of ions, they absorb the energy. When they absorb in the energy, electrons are going to the higher energy level and they come back. When they come back, they release their energy into particular spectrum, part of a particular spectrum of our light spectrum, so we can see different colors. So then they come back, only they emit light. So what is the answer would be not absorbing, electrons emit red lights as they promoted, not the promoted, they coming back. Yeah, answer will be D. Right, 15 questions are over. We'll go to the question number 16. Right, this question is about hydrogen bonding. Yeah, very famous bonding, right? Which property is not due to the hydrogen bonding? Right, we'll see. Ice has a lower density than water at 0 degrees of Celsius. You know, that's one thing is related to the hydrogen bonding, because ice can make up to 4 hydrogen bonds. It gets the ring structure, then moves space out. It has the lower density of ice than the water, you know that. Part B, hydrogen fluoride has a higher boiling point temperature than the hydrogen chloride. You know that hydrogen fluoride has hydrogen bonding. Other all halides has permanent dipolar, and the most dominant one is London forces among them. So hydrogen fluoride has the highest boiling point, right? C1, HH bond enthalpy is greater, silicon hydrogen bond, even though that is not related to the hydrogen bonding, though there's something like, and that would be answer. Alcohol are less volatile than alkanes. Yeah, alcohols are less volatile because they have hydrogen bonding, so answer will be C. So easy. Right, part B, which diagram best represent hydrogen bonds between two water molecules? You know, always hydrogen bonding, when you are showing hydrogen atoms as a center, it can make 2 bonds. The bond angle will be 180. So 180 bond angles gives us answer A. Oh, answer B is wrong, because you can see the hydrogen bond forms between hydrogen and hydrogen. That's wrong, right? Answer 1 will be A. That is so easy, no? These guys are not giving much options. Answer is A, right? We'll go to question number 17. Yep, question number 17. You can see the graph shows how concentration of a reactant changes with time. Okay, which expression gives the best estimate for the value of the rate of this reaction at time B? That's means instantaneous reaction rate they are asking, not the average one. So we have to draw tangents at B, get the rule and draw it. So I'm going to find kind of difficulties to draw that. You guys know how to draw a tangent better than me. Right, when you draw that, you can see here this axis over that axis, E over A will be the answer. When you get y over x, the gradient of the graph, concentration time graph, the gradient equal to the rate of the reaction. Just refer your notes. E over A will be the answer. Answer will be C then. Right. Question number 8. We'll see the magic question. Last question. Which of these carboxylic acid would be expected to have a major peak at M over C is 57 in the mass spectrum? Okay, buddies. First of all, find the MR of all of them. That's the thing. So when you find the MR of all of them, my eye goes to answer B. Cannot be, because MR of that one would be 24 plus 32 plus 4. That will be how much? 60. That cannot be. It is like you can't, like, in the mass spec, this whole question related to the fragmentation patterns. So molecules get fragmented. More susceptible fragments are happening from the functional group. So answer B is most likely to be the answer. So you can omit B, but others are a little different. So here you have carboxylic acid group, by the way. When you get carboxylic acid groups, COOH. So when this group, the group itself can break, and as well as the first most susceptible one is this bond. So all of OH can be removed. So we'll try to get the MR of all of them first of all. I'll go with the last one first, because this last one I just think this would be the answer. We'll see, guys. 3 carbons, 36 and 32, 2 hydrogens and the 6 hydrogens. So answer will be here 14 plus 74. MR of this one will be 74. When you subtract 14, how much would be? 57, right? So that means when you remove OH from the D, you get the 57 as the major peak, because I told you the functional group is the most susceptible one to break in ionization chamber. So answer will be D. Guys, you just check with all the MRs, just try to subtract 17, you will get only 57 from the D. So that's how we finish all the MCQs. That's so easy MCQs. Always remember, these MCQs little bit like I did with you, little fast and quick method using. There are a lot of techniques you can use for doing MCQs. Actually, these MCQs, they ask you to finish, they advise you to finish within 20 minutes. But you remember, you have to finish them within 10 minutes. Because when you move to, my dears, the writing questions, there are a lot to write, the time will go. So please remember that always. So I'll get these writing questions in the next day. Writing stuff was so easy. So easy mean like so easy. The points you need to remember always you to write. Nothing else in chemistry is so easy subject. And remember, it's very difficult to fail. So we'll meet on next video how to write these writing questions. Okay, see you, bye guys.